Okay, those pancakes look so good. But before you dive into that new recipe, there's something that you need to know about the YouTube tutorial that you just watched on your lunch break. The second that you click play on that YouTube video, you put 1/3 of a cent in Adam's pocket. Well, who's Adam? That's Adam. He creates automated YouTube channels, otherwise known as cash flow channels. Adam doesn't have to commute to work every day. He doesn't need a college degree to set up his YouTube business. And the best part is he never once had to step in front of the camera or spend countless hours editing YouTube videos himself. In fact, he only usually works about 4 hours per week from his laptop at home, and he gets to spend time with his kids on the weekdays too. Now, you might be thinking he made 1/3 of a cent. Big whoop, who cares? Well, Adam is making 1/3 of a cent for every single view on his YouTube channel. And by the looks of it, Adam's video you just watched has 3.4 million views, which works out to be over $10,000. And as long as that video stays live on YouTube, he gets paid out every single month. And that's just from one video. Collectively in a year, Adam is making a 6-figure income without any major cash up front, without low profit margins like e-commerce or Amazon FBA businesses, and without becoming a freelancer and dealing with clients themselves. In fact, to this day, very few people even know that they can create automated cash flow YouTube channels to actually build passive income, which means it's a blue ocean market, a blue ocean market that people like Addy are taking advantage of to make over $30,000 a month talking about celebrity scandals, or even Warren, who's made over $3,000 in 1 month creating videos about orca whales. You'll want to stick around to the end of the video here, because if you're looking for a way to create passive income and make it out alive from the global recession that's coming, then this might be the most important video that you've ever clicked on, because in the next 7 minutes, I'm going to show you the exact VCA method that gives you an unfair advantage over all the competition. Real quick though, let me just introduce myself. My name is Victor, and I've always been a very hard worker. I'm an ordinary guy, a Christian. I wear normal clothes. However, the results that I've seen with YouTube automation have been anything but ordinary. I've actually been able to generate over $40,000 a month through my network of channels that I've built over the years. Just so you know I'm telling the truth, let's jump into one of my YouTube accounts that I've personally built. Here's one that made me $120,000 in the last 7 months. And here's another one that makes me over $5,000 a month in AdSense revenue, which is how YouTube pays you, but is also generating an extra $20,000 to $25,000 a month in sponsors and affiliate deals that passively come in. Why would I share all this information with you guys? Well, because I'm not worried about my competition. There's plenty of room for us all to grow and to create passive wealth for ourselves. Like my student Kashaw, who's already making $3,000 a month in his first month of posting on his YouTube channel, or Remy, who lived in Lebanon, where the financial and political situation was so bad, he wasn't even allowed to use his credit card to pay for his team. He had to find alternate methods and work around it just to make it work. Now he generates about $4,000 to $7,000 a month passively from the comfort of his own home, and he's been able to provide a completely different life for his family. Or even Derek, who used the income he generated with his channel to actually move to Bali and live the laptop lifestyle he always dreamed of. Now, every single person I mentioned throughout this video are normal, everyday people. Each person has their own unique story and their own unique goals. And whatever goals you may have, I want to show you today in this training how these YouTube strategies can help you reach yours in record time. Whether you want to make an extra couple $1,000s a month as a side hustle, or a couple of tens of thousands to pay for your kids' college, or just pay off some debt, escape the rat race, and live completely off the grid. Let me tell you, all these things are possible, and I'm going to show you how. But first, let me tell you about my story and how I personally got started, which will show you that no matter what your background is, you too can create passive profits with automated YouTube channels. This whole journey actually started when I had a mental breakdown while I was pursuing being a plumber. I was trapped in a 9-to-5, but I knew there had to be another way. I didn't know what it was, but I knew that I had to make something happen. Otherwise, I'd never be able to do all the things that I dreamed of. Things like traveling the world, living in a beach home, pursuing other interests and hobbies. So I tried different business models, and the first thing I tried was Amazon FBA. But with the insane amount of competition out there, I eventually failed at this because I just couldn't compete with my competitors who invested $10,000 to $100,000 a day in ads, and likely you can't either. So the next thing I tried was dropshipping. But after testing over 15 winning products and thousands of dollars in ads, only to get sick of the non-stop refunds, complaints, customer service issues, the low profit margins, I had to move on. Then I tried buying ATM machines, and that failed too because the costs were way too high, higher than I expected, and it was almost impossible to get them placed in high traffic areas, so I just simply failed. Eventually, something had actually worked though. That was my marketing agency. I ended up earning over $15,000 a month with my agency. It was my life finally starting to seem like it was on the upswing, but then the pandemic happened and all that success left me just as fast as it came. Suddenly I found myself in an even deeper hole than I began with, and I knew I needed to build something more sustainable. Something where I didn't have to work so freaking hard for such little pay. Something completely unconventional that would allow me to do as much or as little work as I wanted to. The morning after my last client pulled out, I opened my email and I actually found that my original YouTube channel had been recovered. The one that was actually deactivated over 7 years ago. This was my divine intervention, a sign from God to start my YouTube channel again, and that's exactly what I did. So I discovered a method that could actually bring passive profits and allow me to achieve the freedom that I've always been after. And the method is YouTube cash flow channels. Now, let me explain to you exactly how this business model works. First, you need to start a YouTube channel. Now, there are 2 types of channels that you can start, and number 1 is a personality-based channel, or number 2 is a faceless YouTube channel. Now, while starting a personality-based channel is certainly an option, the problem is that in order to take advantage of AdSense and go viral so that you can make around $3,000 to $10,000 a month, you need to be the one who shows up every single time. There's no way around it. When you're sick, gotta post. When it's raining, gotta post. Kid's birthday, gotta post. Dog died. Well, you still got to post if you want the algorithm to stay in your favors. So although you can certainly play this game and go viral to make $3,000 to $10,000 a month, being the one who has to show up no matter what isn't very passive, is it? So I personally wouldn't recommend it. Now, the second option is a faceless channel. Think animal videos, documentaries, funny compilations, and so on. These are videos that don't require you to show your face, which means you don't have to be there to post the videos. And once you hire an A-list video editor and assemble your content team, you won't even have to hit record, edit, or be there to upload the video to the channel yourself, allowing you to run your YouTube cash flow business as long as you have Wi-Fi. Now, that is a passive business model, because for every 1,000 views that you actually get, YouTube pays you between $3 and $30 in AdSense revenue, which might not sound like a lot, but when you follow the VCA method I'm about to show you here now, those views start to rack up. And since the content you post is a digital asset that lasts on the internet as long as the internet lasts, those views and the AdSense revenue start to skyrocket to the moon. Suddenly, those AdSense start to make sense. Think of it like digital real estate. For example, if you buy a property that raises in value year after year and has a potential to consistently pay you more over time. Now imagine you own a luxury real estate property that's in a good neighborhood everybody wants to visit. That's what we're doing here with your channel, creating luxury real estate in a luxury market that pays you out passively simply for existing for years to come. Now, you should know, this is not some get rich overnight business model here. I usually tell my students that this takes about 3 to 6 months of dedicated work to set this up the right way. But once you have your freelancers in place and once you have your channel built out, you'll be well on your way seeing numbers like these being deposited into your bank account. And this is the power of the VCA method, because unlike a personal brand or other fake YouTube cash flow accounts, when we show you how to create Netflix quality videos on autopilot, you're going to be light years ahead of any other faceless cash flow channel out there, even the personality vlogs as well. Now, I didn't even cover how we use the VCA method to beat out the competition, allowing us to rank #1 on the homepage so that everyone can catch your videos, or even the useful secret that we use to consistently get ranked on the recommendations page. And not to mention how to actually grow your brand off of YouTube and leverage your channel even more, so you can grow your channels on repeat, or even the recruiting agency that we give you direct access to, so you don't even have to spend months, if not years, searching for a needle in a haystack just to find the right team who can get the job done. You have to understand that the VCA method is one of the only proven passive income models, and the sooner that you implement the method, the sooner you get ahead of the competition, so that you can actually quit your 9 to 5, make everyone jealous on social media so they can ask you how you got to where you are. So how can you actually discover and implement all these methods? Well, there's only really 3 paths that you can take from here. So path #1, trial and error. This is by far the path of most resistance. It took me over 3 years and over $30,000 wasted to figure this out on my own. And you can certainly take this route, but I'm telling you now, you're going to make a ton of mistakes and waste a ton of money that in the end, it's just going to cost more than it's worth. And even worse, you're going to waste one of your most precious resources of all, time. So I obviously wouldn't recommend this path for you. Now, the second path, path number 2, is to buy training from a novice YouTube automation guru. And I know there's a ton of trainings out there about YouTube automation, a ton of courses. But if you do your research, you'll often find that although they're great at marketing, their students don't have the real success to back up the claims. And often they never even ran a real profitable YouTube cash flow business to begin with. So then there's number 3, which is the fastest and the easiest route to launch your passive income channel. And that way is to schedule a call with our team and to see if you're actually a good fit for the VCA method, where we're going to walk you through the most profitable and streamlined method that we've found to build passive profits from your YouTube channel. And I have to be honest with you, unlike a lot of the other programs out there, we don't just accept anyone into ours. There are a few qualifications that we look for before letting someone into the VCA method. But if you're not able to qualify, don't worry, you're still going to get a ton of value on the call. And remember, this is not about stepping in front of the camera and becoming an influencer. This is not about spending thousands of dollars on production. This is not about posting a video every single day. And this is not about becoming a video editor and investing thousands into gear. This is about taking advantage of the YouTube algorithm with the methods we used over and over to generate passive income channels for ourselves and all of our students. Down below, there's a form. Fill out the form and submit your application, and we'll create your game plan together. John Lennon once said, "Life passes you by while you're busy planning." Don't let your life pass you by while you're trading your time for money, because you now no longer have a problem, you have a solution. But I can't make that decision for you. All I can do is show you the way. The choice is yours and only yours to make, but choose carefully, because the decision you make right now is going to decide the rest of your life. And just so you know, you're not risking anything here by booking a call with us. It is absolutely free. If anything else, you'll walk away with a crystal clear plan on how to set yourself free. Think about it. If I'm wrong, you're only going to be out a few minutes of your time, but what if I'm right?